so you need... Okay, so you've got a separate list, a sort of child's list and adult list. Yeah, okay. Oh, that's simple to start off with. I have the classic trick-or-treat bucket. Yeah. So this is just the very basic child's trick-or-treat orange bucket. It is quite sturdy, quite hard plastic, as it won't break. Quite a large handle on it. Yeah, we do have a green witch's version of this, but it's the exact same thick plastic with just a sort of simple design on it. Yeah, this is the classic one. This, okay. That's fine. I'll put this aside for you. Right, okay. Yeah, sort of cuddly type, but still Halloween toys, yeah. I have a couple of options for that. I think this is very cute. Yeah, he's very soft, smiley face, pumpkin. He's very cute, Phil. Yeah, he's very soft, very fluffy. He also sits quite well, you know, some of those toys they kind of roll about, they don't like to sit properly. This one sits very well. Yeah, this is a very cute one. Or place him there. I have this little black cat tail. Yeah, the cat's quite cute as well. I think I prefer our friend the pumpkin, but yeah, he's cute. He looks black, he's kind of bluish in the light. He's also very soft. Yeah, more soft velvet rather than the fluffy. Yeah, this also hangs. If you want him to hang somewhere, the pumpkin can't hang, but yeah, they're both good plushy options. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, good choice. Put that over there. And what's next on your list? I see. So an actual present, kind of a Halloween present for a child, okay. Do they like books? Yeah, not necessarily reading books. I have some Halloween themed reading books and I have some notebooks. You want to look at the notebooks, okay? Because I have a few very nice nice options of sort of, not necessarily Halloween, but sort of spooky books. This is the first option. It says Book of Shadows. It has a nice, very dark blue ribbon to match, and it is just plain paper. Yeah, it's that sort of thick, almost sugar paper. It's very good quality paper. Very nice for sketching. It kind of looks purple on the inside, but it's a very sturdy hardcover book. Sort of ivy thorn wreath. The other two are quite similar to each other. They all have the same star theme, sort of witches book, but these other two, that's Book of Shadows. These two have spells written on them. This one is very similar in colour to the Book of Shadows. It's a bit more purpley. I really like this one. It's very sort of blood, almost burgundy. Very pretty. And again, the ribbon matches the red. And just, again, very good paper, plain paper. Yeah, you just need one, that's fine. You like the style, yeah, if you just pick your favourite one. We have the red, sort of blood spells, red and gold, the purpley and silver spell book, or the Book of Shadows, blue and kind of greyish, not so much silver design. Book of Shadows, or spells. Yeah, okay, that's fine. Yeah, I do have a reading at the end. They're sort of into the spooky witch type vibe, yeah. Okay. I have this quite big Book of Spells. 1001 spells. Yeah, depending on how old the child is, this is maybe too much reading. I don't know, you would know better than me, of course, but I think this is a very cool, very interesting book. The Complete Book of Spells for Every Purpose by Cassandra Eason. Yeah, so I'll have a little flick through for you just to give you an idea. That there's star cover. what kind of spell you would be doing, but there is a lot in here. Obviously 101 spells, but there is a lot of information in here. I'm quite surprised that there isn't really any doodles in the book. There's no drawings. It is a lot of reading, if that's what they would like. Maybe it's just me. I like a little sketch, a little doodle, but this book doesn't really have much of that. It is a lot of the actual spell. But of course it's entirely up to you if you think they would like this, or if they're old enough, because there is a lot of reading. And of course you heard from the contents, there's some, stages of life, some fertility stuff, money, so if you're not old enough, you're not going to be interested in that. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, okay. That's fine. I'll put that back. Okay, so is there anything else in your child's list? Okay, yeah, well, you've got your trick-or-treat bucket, some of your soft plushy toys, and your notebook, which I will get up for you here. Yes, I do actually. We do what I like to call a spook page, which we do a bunch of sheets like this of options for stickers. Now, the way we do it is I can show you the options like this, but we create the stickers separately because you can customize them if you want them coloured or bigger, or depending on what you're using them for. So I can go through the options. Is this for child again, or is it more, because I have, as you can see, different options. You just go through all of them, that's fine, yeah. So this is just some of the options that we can print off for you. A lot of simple ones up here, like a little bat, a little witch's hat with a buckle on it, a little dangling spider from a web, an R.I.P. gravestone, or Jack Skellington's face from Nightmare Before Christmas, a little traditional ghost, and a ghost going trick-or-treating with his little bucket, a slightly scarier looking carved pumpkin. There's a witch's cauldron bubbling away, a little candle, a little eyeball, another sort of happier looking ghost, maybe Casper, a skull with a crow sitting on its head, and a more terrified looking carved pumpkin. And then we have our more adult movie reference stickers down here with Jigsaw, the Jigsaw puppet from Saw, Michael Myers from Halloween. We have Ghostface with his knife from Scream. We have the little Chucky doll, Leatherface from Texas Chainsaw, Pennywise the Clown from It. We have Jason Voorhees from Friday the 13th, and Freddy Krueger from The Nightmare on Elm Street. yikes and all those kinds of words. We can do any of them, or any word you like, you can ask. So they are our basic options for children and for movies. If there's any of them you would like for stickers. Okay, yeah, if it just let me get a pen for that. So you would like, just give me a second. Yes, so you would, okay. Are these in colour or black and white? Okay. And you want that one to be the biggest one? Yeah. Okay, yeah. That's great. Okay, thank you. Right. So, your next list. Yes. Some decorations. So like banners, hanging thing, just everything. Yeah, I'll just show you what I have then. Where's it? Yeah. So I have these banners, or well, wrapping, I suppose. Wrapping tapes and banners. There's the yellow caution warning tape, and the, turn that there, wanted keep out, which is white with the blood dripping at the top, and a danger zone, orange and black, with a wee zombie hand creeping out. Yes, they're that silky kind of, yeah, that silky material. I think they are quite see-through. Not that that's a bad thing, because they are that sort of very thin material. They're not going to rip, they're not made out of paper, but they are quite see-through, so I would suggest, if you were going to put them up, I would imagine on a door or something. You're not going to want your door number peeking through it, but these are very good quality. They are quite long, each of them. There's quite a lot of material on each one, so you can definitely do this around multiple doors of your house for all three of them. You're not going to run out. Yeah, well, that's a banner option. I also have this. Now, I know you're thinking this is not scary at all. Why is this Halloween? Well, when you put water into this, smoke comes out of the top. Now, I suppose you could call it a smoke machine. In a way, it is. But this particular one has a Halloween setting, or a spooky setting. So when yes, you can have orange, lemon, mint, lavender, or tea tree for the smells. And as I said, the Halloween option is your Halloween colours, but there is a blood option which causes the bubbling and the red colour. Yes. That's fine, yeah, you can think about that one. Yes. Oh, the lava lamp over there, they are for sale, yes. Yes, well, that one is just the orange. Orange is my favourite, that's why I keep that one on. But there is a purple and green option for that, and again, much like the smoker, there is a blood option. It is just a dominant red colour, though it doesn't fluctuate in colour, if you know what I mean. The tone of red doesn't change, you just get that kind of, you know, it's pure orange, pure red, pure green, or pure purple. I did used to have a limited black option, but that got very popular and I never have one in anymore. But yes, they are very cool. Yes, you can order one of them, yes. Which colour? Yeah. Okay. And candles. Yes, candles. Well, I do have this. It's a very heavy candle. Now, again, not necessarily Halloween, but I would say very autumn. The smell from this is very, very autumn-like. The colours are kind of Halloween, I suppose. They're quite pretty. They blend into each other from white, purple, and red. The cool thing about this candle is it is a crackle candle wick. Yes, so it not only smells like autumn, but it sounds like a crackling fireplace. It's very relaxing. Yes, so there is 2 large crackle wicks in there. Oh, smell. It's very nice, isn't it? Yeah. It is very, very autumn leaf type smell. Yeah. Well, the scent crackle wick wooden candle, iced cranberry, sugared fig, and blackberry candy cane candle. It's very cranberry when you smell it, but that is the overall scent. Yeah, you would get a lot of burns out of this. It is a big candle. I don't know if it doesn't really give you a gauge as to how many times, but it is a big, big candle. I also have a much more if you want me to show you it, it is much more Halloween than this one is. This is more dominantly autumn, but it smells amazing, doesn't it? Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'll show you. So this one over here, if I take the candle off because it is far too big. This candle, now this is a prop version just to show you. I'm not going to give you it with it already burnt, but as you can see, the actual wax when it melts is like dripping blood, whereas the actual candle is black. It is a pure black candle. It has 3 wicks at the top, but as you can see when you burn the candle, it is blood red in the middle, and it's supposed to melt, dripping blood all the way down. But as I said, it smells of very little. It is more of a prop, a design Halloween item. It really doesn't, I can't even give you an example of what it smells like. It's just very, very little. It just melts down. But its actual name is a vampire candle. But if you buy this, not this one, but if you buy these vampire candles, it comes with this glass trio of skulls candle holder. It is the perfect fit for such a wide candle. It is very heavy. It is pure glass, as you can see how thick the glass is round the bottom, and each individual skull is made of thick black glass. So you do have to watch where you place this because it is quite heavy, with the candle on top as well. But it is very, very well designed, each skull. It's very, very cool. But as I say, the actual candle doesn't really smell. It's more of a aesthetic thing. So if you had both of these melting at the same time, no one's gonna know. This one will look very cool, but that one smells amazing. But it is up to you. Yes, you get a deal on this and the candle because they are actually sold separately. If you don't want that candle, if you have your own candles that fit this, that's totally fine. Or if you just want the blood candle, that's fine as well. But if you do buy both, you get a cheaper deal on the two of them. Yes, okay, that's great, yeah. I'll just put this out of the way because I'm going to give you a new one, obviously. I'm not giving you a melted one. Okay. So, is there anything else I can help you with? Oh, okay. I'll be honest, I don't normally get asked for any smoking related things. I don't really keep those types of things, but I do have one. This boy right here. yeah, it's the only option, and I don't really know of. Yeah, I don't know of anything else. I've not seen anything similar. Most people don't do things for smokers of Halloween. Yeah, okay, that's fine. That's the end of your lists, okay. Yeah, I don't really have anything else then. You've cleared out a lot of my stock. Oh, yes. You've seen, yeah. I thought I saw you wondering what this was dangling away. I have a little sparkly black skeleton. I'll be honest, he does flake glitter, which is why he's up there. But yeah, he's very cute. Yes, when you said earlier you wanted decorations, I thought, well, if you've got children, this one does malt glitter. I know that can be annoying, but he's very pretty. Yeah, he's very sparkly. And he dangles away. Yes, the band on it, he does dangle quite low. But it's up to you. Yes, that's fine. Just put you back up there. Glitter. Yes, so you've got your notebook. I'll get you a new vampire candle for your holder. You have your trick or treat bucket and your little cute plushy pumpkin and the wee cat to go along with him. You have your skull ashtray and your very lovely smelling candle wick, crackle wick candle, and your banners, of course. And then I have your order for your stickers. Now, if I just take a little bit of information for those, if that's okay, because what I can do if you want is have them sent to you. It saves you coming back here because you can pay today and then they'll be sent out to you within a couple of days. Is that fine? Yeah, okay. So if you just give me your full name. Thank you. And how do you spell that? Thank you. Yeah, okay. And a number for that. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. And the street. Thank you so much, that's fine. I'll just get this all bagged up for you. I do have one more thing that we do just as a little treat, I suppose. A thank you for shopping here. Just a tiny bag of Halloween milk chocolate coins. Or medallions, sorry. They're called medallions. Milk chocolate medallions. There's just a little zombie face in there. There's a little eyeball, a little skeleton, a pumpkin, and a spider. Yeah, it's just an added treat as a thank you, so I'll put that in your bundle as well. But I think I'm gonna have a little treat. You can have one with me, of course you can. You've saved my day today, because I'll be honest, it was slow today. So do you want a skull?